welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me. This is going to be our reading for June 2021. This is a pick a card. I'm hoping to do one of these every single month. So we'll start with the question, is June going to be a good month for me? Choose between A, B, C, or D. Then we'll move into some general tarot messages, also in the form of pick a cards. And then we'll close out with an all signs reading for messages from the universe. And yeah, so I hope you like this. I plan on doing this once a month. Every month we'll just jump in with a reading for the month to see where we stand in that month, what to expect, what to think about, where we're at, and get some messages of guidance. So if you like this style of reading, please do let me know in the comments. I will still continue to be uploading the daily yes or no's and the other quick pick a cards, as well as some more ultimate pick a cards. This one is just geared for the month. So let's get to it. If you chose A, will June be a good month for me? Maybe, but probably not. So maybe, but leaning towards no. And of course, you can change these outcomes with your actions and the things you say and do. B, your message is nope, a no there. C, yep. And D, faux show. So 2 yeses and 2 nos. So those are our answers for if June is going to be a good month or not. And let's move on to some tarot messages. And here we are with our general tarot message for June this month. And we have 1, 2, 3, or 4. Go ahead and make your choice. And I will give you your message from the tarot. We are going to be using the Ragtime Tarot for this reading. And while you're making your decision, I will go ahead and give you a positive affirmation, which is, I am good at what I do. I am good at what I do. Reaffirming to ourselves that we are indeed good at the things that we try to do, that your intention behind what you're doing matters. And if that is good, then the outcome will more than likely be good. What you're doing on a day-to-day basis needs to be something that makes you feel good and makes you happy, and therefore you will be good at it. So I am good at what I do. Reaffirm that to yourself. Let yourself know that you are good at what you're trying to do, what you're achieving, where you're going, what you're doing. I am good at what I do. Remember to write it down several times, repeat it over and over. Keep it in the forefront of your mind so that you are connecting it in your subconscious. And let's get to our messages. So if you chose number 1, your June overall general message is the World card. So you're going to be coming into some self-realization. You may have been feeling stagnant recently. You may have been feeling stuck, but this is about finishing things, resolving things, getting closure, releasing. So you're going to be moving forward and evolving. So this is all about evolution within yourself. Great message for June. Number 2, you have the 4 of Swords. So this is calling for rest. It's time to recover and relax. You need to revitalize yourself, sleep, find some peace and quiet. Take the time it requires to heal. Give yourself some of that time. Practice some solitude. Find your spiritual journey. Where are you wanting to be when it comes to self-introspection? Look for guidance in the spiritual realm, and just give a lot of focus to rest in June. Number 3, we have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords, you might be feeling a little bit indecisive. There's a decision here that needs to take place. You need to work on being unblocked. So figure out how to remove the blocks that you're feeling emotionally in order to go ahead and make this decision. You have to find a way to get through this uncertainty, whether it's just taking a leap of faith or actually asking for advice, but you have to get through the uncertainty. You have to make a decision here. Figure out what's right and then just go for that. And also, this calls for you to take responsibility for any decisions that you may have already made or are going to make. Standing in your truth, standing in what you did decide. There also may be some false friends around, someone that is not very trustworthy and you are blind to it. So try to open your mind, walk forward with some clarity. If you need advice, ask for it, because a decision is coming or has come that you are going to have to make, and it may be difficult, but you will make the right choice as long as you keep your eyes open to what's really going on. So look out for that in June. And finally, number 4, we have the Nine of Wands. So for the Nine of Wands, this is all about tests. You're going to be tested in June. You need to figure out how to avoid feeling drained. Give yourself some rest in order to make sure that you are prepared to take on these trials. Look to your willpower to push through any feelings of overwhelm. Do not give up. Refuse to give up. If it's going to be a trying month for you, if things are just going to feel like test after test after test, do not give up. Also, let go of some of the burdens that you're feeling. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, release the smaller things. Find ways to get those handled without putting too much pressure on yourself. So this is going to be this month about resting, releasing any burdens that you're feeling, avoiding overwhelm, giving yourself the love and the care and inner strength that you need to get through this trying time. So there you have your messages for June. It looks like a lot of rest is needed. We're going to have to go through some trials and some decision making in order to evolve to where we need to be. So let's get into the next. And here we are with our career. Pick a card for the month of June, any and all things job related. Choose between A, B, C, and D for your general message there. And while you're doing that, I will go ahead and give you 3 more things to raise your vibration quickly. Again, this channel is tarot and tips, so I like to include some tips that can help you better yourself, help you feel better, help you in any way that you may need. So little tips and tricks throughout. So for the first one, a way to help you raise your vibration quickly is to listen to some music. Listen to some music. It's really, really great for your brain. It also helps you to move, and it makes your mood shift and change and hopefully raise your vibration. Next up, we have take a nap. Naps are really underrated. Sometimes even just a 10-minute nap can really make a change to your vibe. And last one for today is to be more grateful. So I really do like writing a gratitude list. If you get up in the morning and the first thing you do is write down a few things that you're grateful for, or even just think of them, it can really raise your vibration quickly and help you to get your day off on a great start. So there you have it. And let's jump in with our career reading from the tarot for June. So if you chose A, we have the Knight of Coins. This is the Truth Tarot. And the Knight of Coins is all about dedication. So this month it's calling for you to get dedicated to whatever you're trying to achieve in regards to your work. So get in a more hardworking headspace. Do not sit in boredom. Find something to do. Persevere through any challenges that you might have in the workplace. Don't be stubborn. Maintain your stamina. Keep it up. Be dependable. Show them that you are of value. Use caution. Do not be overly trusting of those around you. And also to be very realistic. This may take longer than you hope it will. He does often move very slow, but you are headed in the right direction. It's just going to take some dedication. So dedicate yourself to your job. B, for June, we have the Wands Ace, Ace of Wands. So this is all about your energy. You need to get primal with it. Be optimistic, take chances, be courageous, initiate new things, inspire others. Get to your passionate place and put that all into your work and career. Focus on your goals, but don't just focus on them. Start working on them passionately. Next up is C, Three of Coins. So for the Three of Coins, this is all about you laying down a foundation. So maybe you're working towards moving up in your company, or you want to get a different job, but you're laying down the foundation. So this is about playing nice, working with others well. Raise your standards. You're above all the gossip and the nonsense. You are busy putting together, again, your foundation for what you're trying to create. Be aware of and show off the abilities that you have. The work that you're doing is definitely paying off, and you may want to start delegating to others. Keep working on building. This is exactly what you need to be doing. So this is definitely a great card to get. You're doing the right things. Make sure that you are raising your standards in regards to your goals. You're going to go far. You are building something here. D, in regards to your career for June, we have the Empress. So the Empress is about creating. So be attentive to your outward appearance. What are you showing to others? What are you portraying yourself as? You may need to step it up a little bit, but you are being called to look at creating something in regards to your career. This may be calling for you to Do something entrepreneurial. Make your own way. This may be calling for you to bring up some new ideas to freshen things up at your own workplace. Maybe you have some ideas, run them by the boss. That's what this is calling for you to do. Create, create, create. Fix up your office space. If you're sitting behind a desk all day, try to make it look nice for you. Try to make things reflect the vibe that you're trying to create for yourself. So there you have it in regards to career. And we'll be moving on to the next one. And here we are with our relationships. Pick a card for the month of June. This is not geared towards love. This is overall relationships, just in general, your relationships with others, how you're dealing, what you're saying, how you need to move forward, what you're dealing with, those types of things in all relationships in your life. So choose between the diamond, the heart, the star, and the circle for that. All right, so if you chose the diamond in regard to relationships for June, we have the 5 of fire. So 5 of wands, this is the elemental tarot, and this is about conflict. So this card is calling for you to stand up for yourself more, push past any blocks you're having with others, maybe try to compromise, even though that might not feel like what you want to do. You need to get control of your temper and try to challenge yourself by going against what you would normally do in a situation of conflict and try to go a different route. You may feel better if you try to go in a different way in regards to the relationships you're dealing with. And that could even mean to walk away. Maybe you stand there and fight for the conflict, and you try to, argue it. Maybe sometimes you just need a break from this person. Again, this is not romantic relationships. This is just everyday dealing with people, family, friends, things like that. So try to go about your conflict resolution in a different way when a confrontation comes to you. And if you chose the heart, we have the Queen of Water. So this is the Queen of Cups. Calling for you to be compassionate and care for those around you, giving, nurturing, and comforting parts of yourself to others, giving advice and wisdom, things that you've learned. Use that to bond yourself with others, be understanding of what they're going through, listening to others. And even though you are giving out support in the month of June to those relationships that you're trying to nurture, you do want to make sure that you're not falling for any type of manipulation. Don't let someone take too much from you. Next up is the star. June relationships for you. We have the Queen of Air. So this is looking for honesty. Some things are going to be brutally, truthfully shown to you. So you need to embrace your self-knowledge and listen to your own insight. Be honest in return. Ask for honesty from others. Acknowledge what you've experienced and what you've learned in regards to any relationships you're dealing with this month. Go to the past, what you've already learned, the lessons you've already experienced in order to deal with them now. Make sure that you're not being too hard on other people. Make sure that you are trying to stay a little bit open. Even though we're trying to be honest, we don't want to be harsh. So calling for honesty in regards to others this month. And then we have the circle. We have the Hermit. So this is saying solitude. So maybe a little time away from those around you. You may need some time to figure things out. You need to reflect and heal. You're looking for answers from yourself. You don't want to hear the chatter from anyone else. So you might be taking a more a loner type vibe on in June. So in regards to your relationships, you're going to be saying it's a little bit of a me time this month. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed, and we will jump into the next one. And here we have our June finances. Pick a card. So choose between the plant, the cactus, the tree, and the money to find out what messages you need in regards to your money and finances in June. So let's go ahead and give you an affirmation, which is, I can do anything I set my mind to. I can do anything I set my mind to. Reaffirming to ourselves that we are more than capable of achieving the things that we want to achieve, getting to where we want to be. I can do anything I set my mind to. Write it down, repeat it. Leave it in the comments if you like. I love when people do that. It's a great way to reaffirm. Affirmations do work. I promise you, it does take practice and it does take a little bit of time and devotion. But once you start putting those positive thoughts in your mind, they will start to resonate. So jumping in, if you chose the plant, we have the Wheel of Fortune for the month of June for our finances. So the Wheel of Fortune, you may be having some unexpected financial things coming your way, but you may also be very lucky in money. There may be some opportunities where you will get your hands on some unexpected money, or it can be the reverse where it's unexpected debt of some kind. But that's what the Wheel of Fortune is all about. It's about cycles. Things are moving, things are spinning, things are changing. So timing could be a factor here. So definitely try to save any money you have coming in if there is some sort of windfall. Karma is coming and going. So this is all about making sure that you are prepared. So again, this can be unexpected money coming to you or unexpected debt coming to you. So if you do have any money available, make sure you put it aside so that you are prepared for anything unexpected. So this is all about unexpected things happening in your financial house. So next up we have the cactus. For June, the King of Wands in regards to your finances. So this is about being ambitious, setting goals. Think big. Move with purpose in regards to your money picture. So again, I think this is telling you to put together a plan and then go full force towards achieving the goals that you have set when it comes to your money. This is not saying that it has to be all about saving, but it is saying to make sure that you are moving with and according to your plans and guidelines. So definitely don't make any rash decisions, but don't be afraid either. And the Tree. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So here we're talking about a fresh start. Your prospects seem to be improving. Growth is happening in your financial house. You are improving your financial assets. You're working towards achieving ultimate financial freedom. So make wise investments and plan out your future goals. Focus on your money. Where is it going? What are you doing with it? Where do some changes need to happen in order to achieve what you ultimately are trying to achieve, which is financial freedom? And for the money, we have the Ten of Swords. So this is about feeling defeated when it comes to your finances. Are you feeling like you failed, maybe a little bit down on your luck? Just keep trying. That's what this is telling you to do. Reject the failure. Say, okay, we're starting again from scratch, but we are starting again from scratch. Go in a different direction. Try a different way of getting things moving forward. Be persistent in figuring out new ways to bring more money in and also to cut back on letting money out. Do not become lacking in your thought. Become proactive. So there you have it. A lot of calls for making plans, for setting aside some money, for being prepared, and making sure that we are having the right financial mindset for the month of June. We don't want to spend too much, but we also don't want to hold on too tight. So there you have it. Let's get into the next one. And here we have our June love messages. So choose between the Angel, the Moon, the Ring, and the Sunflower for your messages regarding love for June. While you're doing that, I will go ahead and give you 6 relationship skills that are great for everyone to have. The first one is to ask open-ended questions. So you want to be making sure that you are allowing for a discussion to happen. The next one is to learn to make up, learn to fix things rather than dwell on them or stay separated from the problem. Confront the problem. Be willing to compromise. Don't be so stubborn. The other person has their viewpoint as well, and both are valid in many respects. Next is to be empathetic and validate the other person's aspect of things. Express appreciation often to your partner. Very, very important. Show interest in what they're doing, what they're accomplishing, what they're achieving, what they're into, what they like. Show interest. So very important relationship skills. And I thought I would mention them since we are doing the love portion of the reading. So if you chose the Angel, we have the 8 of Truth. This is the Lucid Dream Tarot. The 8 of Truth is the 8 of Swords. So someone is feeling restricted in this relationship. So there needs to be a little bit of a break, some space, so that you can clear your mind and get rid of any negative thoughts. You need to refocus and recenter yourself. So you need self-care, self-awareness. Stress and pressure needs to be removed so that you can figure out what you want and what you need. Focus on the current moment. When you're in a relationship, it is sometimes hard to find a way to do your own thing, but it is often necessary. So do that and also focus on the present moment and try to enjoy each other in the present moment. Don't think about the bigger issues or the bigger problems. Just try to enjoy right now. So restriction is what this card is saying. For the moon, the 9 of emotion. So peace of mind here. Practice gratitude. Enjoy the pleasurable things within your relationship. Acknowledge the little things that the other person does, and do not dwell on the things that are the little annoyances. Things are going well, things are in a good place, so try to sit there and focus on that. Make sure that you are grateful for the good times. For the ring, the Death card. So we all know that the Death card is about endings, which often lead to beginnings. So this could be the end of a relationship, a love, someone you're dating. Could be time to cut that off. It can be all about a transformation happening, letting go, confronting the truth. Listen to your intuition. If something is not right, generally, if you're feeling that way, there is something to that feeling. Whether it's what you think it is or not can be something different. But this is about change, and sometimes change can be hard. And if your relationship cannot withstand the changes that come with life, it may be time to move on. Or this could be the death of something happening in your relationship. So something is definitely changing, ending in regards to your love life. Next up, Sunflower, 4 of emotion. So there's some boredom here in this relationship or in your love life. You need to reevaluate. You feel disappointed and dissatisfied. Your feelings are, you need to give your feelings some attention. Really focus on what you're feeling. Contemplate your feelings. But you may be feeling bored, or your partner is bored. Someone is feeling like there needs to be a little more excitement. There needs to be a shakeup of some sort, which can be good or bad, depending. And so this is calling for you to be grateful for what you have, remind your partner of what they have, and make sure that you're not getting complacent, and neither are they, with the day-to-day grind. So there you have it. A lot of important messages here in love. We don't want to be feeling restricted or bored in our relationships. We do need to pay attention to the little things, the good things. We need to appreciate our partners for what they do bring to the table. And if we can no longer do that, it may be time to end the relationship or end your suffering within it. So there you have it. And let's move on. And here we have our universal wisdom message for June, something you may need to hear according to your zodiac sign. So we will go ahead and start today with Taurus. As we go through, we'll be talking about each sign's innermost fear. So for Taurus, your message from the universe is forgive, but never forget. And your innermost fear is ending up alone. As we go through these, please do comment down below and let me know if it resonates with you. Next up is Aries. Aries, your biggest fear is being forgotten. Your message from universe for the month of June is to write important things down. Next up, we have Pisces. Failure is your most inner fear. And your message for June is you can and should do it. Next up is Aquarius. Your fear is never succeeding. Your message is to organize your life in June. Get organized. Next up is Capricorn. Never being good enough is your fear. And age is wisdom. You learn as you go. And we have Sagittarius. Death is your fear. Sleep is required. Some rest for June. And next up is Scorpio. Never finding happiness is your fear. And learn a little bit about a lot of things. So broaden your education. Learn some new things. Libra, loss is your biggest fear. And your message for June is struggling sometimes is normal. Virgo, losing everyone is your fear. And your message for June is impressing others is not important. Where were we? Oh, Leo, never ever finding love is your fear. And your message is to stay prepared. Cancer, betrayal is your fear. And say thank you more often, a call for gratitude. And finally, we have Gemini. Your greatest fear is suffering. And your message is to forgive yourself. One of the hardest things to do. And there you have it. Let's get on to our final pick a card for the month. And here we are closing out our June Ultimate Pick a Card. And we're just going to be doing a yes or no, any question you would like, and then the answer to when, again, any question you would like. So ask a yes or no, and then ask when something will happen, and we'll get you some answers. And this can be related to June or just an overall question. So while you're making your selections between the purple, the red, the gray, and the pink for your yes or no, and the roses, the geode, the gift, and the mouth for your when, let me just remind you that I appreciate you so much for being here. I know this is a long video and I hope you enjoyed. I will be trying to do one of these every single month as our monthly pick a cards for that specific month. As I always do, mostly general pick a cards, and you know, they're not really geared very often to specifics. So that's what this is for each month. And as always, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're happy and healthy and safe. I hope you will click the subscribe button. I hope that you enjoy the content enough to click the like button and let YouTube know. We are growing every single day. I still can't believe we ever reached 600 people that enjoy these pick-a-cards. I thank you so very much. You have made me feel amazing. And I really needed that. So I appreciate your support. As always, any of the decks that you saw today are available on my website at www.nkhtarot.com. Please go over there and check it out. I appreciate that as well. And also remember that peace is the ultimate purpose, and we will get to your answers. So if you chose purple, your answer is, the answer is yes, a solid yes. For red, doubtful, a no there. Gray, N to the O, also a no. And pink, confirmed, a yes there. We have the roses for our when. 9 months is the answer there. For the geode, 12 hours. And the gift, 5 days. And the mouth, 3 weeks. So there you have your answers to when. Please do remember that all of these answers can change depending on your actions and your words. The universe is always paying attention to what you're putting out, so make sure that you're paying attention to that too. You get what you give, but ask and you will receive. So I hope so much that I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.